Scott Zolak, former quarterback in the NFL, Patriots radio color analyst, joining us on the program. Scott, how are you this morning?
Good, Dan. I guess you and I are the only two left working here at the end of the week as we head to the break. And let's go Hawks on Sunday Night Football and beat those Chiefs, huh?
Let me ask you about the Patriots in the product
Sure.
that's going to be on the field for the next two games and then the postseason. Is there any chance that Belichick can bring in a wide receiver to, not fill the void, but at least you got another receiver there with Josh Gordon suspended?
No, I don't think so. And I think the guy that actually takes his place is Philip Dorsett, a guy that's been here and has played well at the end of last year, especially through the playoff run. Yeah, he knows the system. At this point, you're not bringing in any guy that's going to be able to get on the same page with Brady. And they've worked, around the clock to get Josh up and going. And hey, it lasted 11 weeks. And as the statement read, we sort of knew that this was possible with Josh, that he could walk away at any time, given what he's gone through. I'm not an expert in mental health, and I would never evaluate Josh and what he's went through. I was fortunate enough to be brought up in a good household, and we all know what Josh went through, and it's hard to comment on that. But when he was here, he talking to everybody and knowing Tom as well as I do, and Tom worked tirelessly with him to get him up and going, and I think Josh gave him everything he could. But I think it's Philip Dorsett here.
How vulnerable are the Patriots?
It's a good question, Dan. I mean, we have Buffalo here 1:00 on Sunday, and we finish it up with the Jets here 1:00 the following weekend. And I mean, if it holds true, we should be 11-5. I've called games for this team on 12-4 seasons when they went on deep Super Bowl runs and won the thing. But as you know, in this league, every team's different. This 11-5 team, say they end up 11-5, doesn't feel the same way, that 12-4 team did. But you look at the rest of this league, and you look at the struggles the Saints had the other night. The Rams, the Chiefs during primetime games. I think it's wide open. I think the mindset of the Patriots right now is to get in this thing, and the coach-quarterback combination hopefully will help you as you move forward, regardless of who you play.
Is there a scenario where you see this being Brady's last season?
If they win the whole damn thing and get in this thing and go on some monstrous run, yeah. And I said the same thing last year.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, I talked to you at the same time last year, and I said the same damn thing. And it almost happened, 505, 510 yards, whatever it was against Philly, and whoever had that ball last was going to win that game. And if it ended that way, and say the tight end almost could have also walked off if retirement was true to his plans, as he said it was all last offseason. So, yeah, I mean, guys, the mindset of guys can change in this league at any time. But real quick here, I do know that the stuff I talked to you with this time last year, a lot of those situations where the internal drama has been buried, with his trainer being around, and Tom is happy right now.
I look at Gronk, and I don't know if Gronk gets healthier. It just feels like this is what Gronk is going to be. It's like chronic. It's not chronic is what it should be. When you look at, he just looks unhealthy. He looks hurt. He looks older than Brady does.
And I think a lot of people feel that way. They really do. And, Tom's doing, I think, everything he can to hang in a pocket. And you also combine that with some issues that Edelman's going through, whether it's the knee, the foot. He got dinged up over the last course of the couple weeks. And you combine all that together, it makes Gronk look worse than Gronk probably actually feels. And I'm with you. I think he's a little bit of a shell of himself right now.
If I said you had to make a bet, they either
Don't cover him, though. You know what? Don't cover him, though. Cover him one-on-one. See what happens.
Oh, I know. They do double cover him.
They hold the heck out of him, too. I mean, I don't know if you saw it. The referees in the NFL, or I don't know, they referee the game differently for him. But it is what it is. That's what happens when you're 6'7".
All right. If I said you had to make a bet that the Patriots lose their first playoff game or they go to the Super Bowl.
Come on, I'm calling games for this team.
Man. I know. I thought
I don't want to go on vacation or go skiing, and watch the Chiefs play. Tell me where the game's at. Where's the game? If the game's at home, they don't lose it.
No matter who they face, the Patriots.
No matter who they face, they do not lose an AFC Championship game at home. Even though Baltimore came up here a couple of years back and beat them.
Okay, where do you think they're most vulnerable? If they have to play on the road, if they played in Kansas City, if they played in Texas.
I don't think Texas. I think they match up well with Houston, and I think the coaching matchup matches well for them. I think it's a lot of the same players. They know Houston. I've been talking about the Chargers for the last 7 weeks, and nobody listened to me. Phillip Rivers is washed up. They play in a soccer stadium. That would be an odd venue if we had to go and play at a 28,000-seat soccer stadium for an AFC title game, where actually a lot of your fan base would travel to and probably take over that stadium. That'd be interesting. But I think Kansas City's difficult place to play.
Scott, I know you got your show coming up. Thanks for spending some time, and good luck in the playoffs. Merry Christmas to you.
Appreciate it. Same to you, Dan. Thanks for having me on. Always appreciate it.
Thanks, bud. That's Scott Zolak, former quarterback. He's the color analyst for the Patriots on 98.5, the Sports Hub there in Boston.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.